All right, guys. Anyone who's here, if you see that it's popped up,
All right.
I forgot to tell it not to.
Let's just hope we have internet.
Are we live?
Yeah, I guess
if you're
we
out there and you actually can see us,
Yeah.
maybe comment or heart or do something to let us know you're there.
Or something.
Something.
Because we don't know how the internet is, but we're just going to roll with it. I'm sure that, I see that there are 2 people live. So if you can,
Beautiful.
if you can say hello and where you're checking in from, and if you can hear us, that
Sarah's
would
there.
be awesome. Hey, Sarah, you know what? I was going to call you and say I was envisioning that you were going to just walk in this room tonight since we're in person.
Hoping.
I was like, I know she's going to be here. I can feel it. But you're here online, so that is okay. Hello, Nicole.
But
We
it's
will see
not
you
too
soon
late.
on.
Just bring your little cell phone and come walk through that door right there.
Yes, bring your little cell phone. We will see Nicole, and we have an awesome testimony call coming up after this too. We just got all the things going on, you guys.
So much fun.
So we actually have a room full of people behind us, so it's kind of weird that we're talking to the computer screen, but they're understanding right now. They're just excited to hear the information. So I'm Angela Mann, for anybody that doesn't know me.
And I'm Krishna Battista,
And
if you don't know me.
And we love this class. We are actually in person right now, finally back together. Finally, some people joined us. We are super excited.
We are very excited.
And we're going to talk to you about, Lucy Libido says there's an oil for that. This is an awesome class, you guys.
And this is the bigger book that goes with the class.
Yeah, so if you know anybody that has intimacy problems, just tag them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
No. But how about hormones, though, guys? For real. So many people suffer with hormone issues, and hormones have to do with a lot of different things. So we'll get into some of that tonight, too.
I'm just being a jokester.
Yeah. And I'm pulling it back in.
She's like, it's not funny, Angela.
It is.
But for real, Krishna's right. There are a lot of people that have hormone-related problems, which can totally mess with your libido. It's not because you want it to, or it's not because your spouse wants to have those feelings or whatever. And so we're just going to be real and raw and tell you what Lucy Libido says for there's an oil for that, and maybe share some testimonies along the way. But really, we're sharing stuff from this awesome book. You can go to, I believe, Amazon and get this website. And she also has a class coming up. She has a whole Facebook group with like 30,000 people in it that you can be a part of too, which I highly recommend. So if you are in person, which we have some lovely people here.
Hi, guys.
Or if you are online tonight, somebody is going to win the cutest Lucy Libido gift basket that is not here right now, but it is ordered, and you will have it hopefully before Valentine's Day.
It exists.
It exists. I posted a picture of it. There's some like fun little playing cards, and there's some like chocolate and the Lucy Libido book, which again, this is a lot of stuff about hormones and emotions and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just what I made a comment about, okay? Hey, I am woman.
Tag someone about their hormone stuff, you never know who it might help. Guys, we have people who actually, on our team, who attribute their marriage being saved because of this class and because of what oils and Young Living products have done for them. So really, truly, it's all fun and games,
or maybe
until it's really a serious thing.
Or maybe there is no problems, but you just want to spice up your bedroom life for Valentine's Day, right?
I think that's what saved their marriage.
Yeah.
Spice. A little bit of spice.
A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of ortho-ease.
Peppermint.
A little bit of peppermint. Just imagine it, right? So this is not for my my mother. No, just kidding. My mom can watch this, but probably not my in-laws yet. You know, just click the off button. I'm just kidding. You can watch this too. It's all good because essential oils are really, really awesome, and they can help with so many different things. But for real, if I catch my kids on here, then we're going to have a problem, okay? Turn off now. Okay, or any kids for that matter. So we're going to just dive in. Lucy Libido says there's a class for that, and anybody can teach this class, you guys. It really is a fun class to get a group of people together and teach. You're gonna hear why. And she talks about, you know, who is Lucy Libido, and really that Lucy is really every woman, right, that has shared experiences in putting this book together with different things that have happened to them to be able to contribute their stories.
So if you're female, you are Lucy.
You are
tonight.
Lucy. Yes. So you can connect with your inner Lucy. But one of the first things which I love that she says is it starts with understanding that you are beautiful. And we're not going to do this tonight, but in a Lucy class, usually you have people go around the room and finish that statement. I am beautiful because. Because the reality is it's really hard for a lot of women to say that, right? I am beautiful because, and then to name something, like we don't have that in us. It's hard for a lot of us to be able to have those feelings. You can interject.
Well, just that beauty is so much more even than just appearance. And that's what I love about Lucy Libido is she really does talk quite a lot about our inner beauty. And guys, there is so much to you, so much awesomeness inside of you. And just finding that and appreciating that and recognizing that is so important.
Yeah, she talks about having, how all inside of us, we have a critical voice and then we have a forgiving voice, and how those voices kind of battle in our head, which is so true. You're always listening to all of those thoughts. So the critical voice is always finding ways to improve. We hear this voice when we choose to present ourselves in the best light to others. We wish to look and to feel and to act our best, but we also hear a forgiving voice. And this voice is kind and wise, and it reminds us of our inner strength and value regardless of our shortcomings. So both of these voices are normal, both of these voices are healthy, but too often we listen to the critical voice instead of listening to the forgiving voice, right? So remember to be kind to yourself, and both of those voices, listening to them equally, right? It says, but if you ever hear a voice that says you aren't sexy enough or good enough to be with your partner, be aware that you are no longer listening to something that is a part of you, okay? So that's super important. Those are external lies, because you are enough, and your beauty is inextricably, am I saying that right?
Oh, where is that word?
Inextricably bonded.
I think that's right.
Like your
Guys,
name. There you go. Real life here. We are
scripts.
teaching this class. We have taught it many a times, and I must have always skipped over that word before.
We skip the parts we don't know normally.
But you got it. I decided to go for it. Inextricably, whatever. Anyways,
Right.
So make sure that you're taking notes, okay? Even if you're watching from home, grab a pen, grab a pencil, because I'm telling you, if you want your spouses to support your oil buying habits, you're going to want to take some of these notes back to them and have some fun. You can be like, it was that class you let me go to, right?
Yeah, this is a class that husbands usually are happy to send their
Yes,
wives
honey,
to.
go buy all the oils that you want if this is what happens. It's great. It's really great. So, but with those pens or pencils and paper, please write down those statements. I am beautiful. And then if we were doing this with the group, we would take a picture, take some selfies, and then write, I am beautiful because, right? Because it's super, super important.
And in the bigger book, they have examples. So like I said, it's not just about appearance. I'm beautiful because I can laugh at anything. My beauty is my boldness. I surprise him with something sexy under a nightshirt, being bold. My eyes, my quick wit. My spouse sees beauty in my peculiarities. See, even no matter how peculiar you are, it can be a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad, because I'm pretty peculiar.
You are, but we still love you. No,
so
just
glad.
kidding. We get along good because I'm peculiar too. I'm beautiful because I have 5 boys. Like, I mom 5 boys. Thank you. I know. Thank you. Just kidding.
They probably are all out there like, yay. I have 5 kids, but they are not all boys.
Right? I'm beautiful because I'm a mom. I'm beautiful because I'm a daughter. I'm beautiful because I'm a friend. Yeah, beauty is not about an appearance of any sort. But, okay. So how to use oils. The first part that we like to talk about is how to use the aphrodisiac oils. In her book, Lucy explains that the quality of oils matter, you guys. Very, very important in any essential oil application. So when we're talking about using intimacy, using oils for intimacy, it's especially imperative that you understand the importance of using a true seed to seal therapeutic grade essential oil. And so that is why we only vouch for Young Living. We are not talking about Walmart or Costco or Walgreens or Amazon oils, not even Amazon Young Living. We're talking about just Young Living oils that you order on your own account. And that's super important.
And I know, like, if you're tuning into our Monday night classes regularly, you're like, they always talk about that. Guys, it is important no matter what topic we're on. But let me tell you, when you're talking this topic, you really want the real deal good stuff if you're using it for these uses.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, somewhere in here, it's going to get to the point of where we say this story, but I am not telling you to go find some peppermint oil and put it in places where the sun don't shine, okay? I'm reading this book to you. I say that because I'm maybe you'll like it. I'm not telling you not to do that either, okay? But I remember when I was working at Toma Hospital, somebody came into the ER and like had some issues because they had put some oils down there because somebody had told them to, right? And they obviously were not good quality oils, for one. And for two, there are probably people thinking that don't know about essential oils and oils for intimacy. Why would you listen to somebody who tells you that, okay? So we are going to read the disclaimers. We're not diagnosing. 5517. We are not diagnosing. We are not prescribing. We are not doing anything besides educational information and maybe a few testimonies and maybe getting you to think outside the box, okay? But, I'm just saying, test small sample areas first before you dive in, because some oils are hot, some oils dilute.
Try it and then just make it a little stronger if you need it a little stronger.
Yeah, so then you're not like, oh, she told me to do this. I'm going to kill her.
And by the way, it's Lucy telling you.
Yeah, it's not me.
Not Angela and Krishna.
We are just reading the book, okay?
But we are telling you.
But really, we've tried all the Lucy stuff, and so, okay.
It's good stuff.
But everybody's different, right? Like, I would bathe in peppermint, and you put peppermint on some people, and they're like, oh my gosh, get it off. It's really hot. It burns. Yeah, so.
And it's more like the tingle, but for some people, that's just a lot. Some people are more sensitive or have sensory issues. I don't know if it's issues.
Yeah, absolutely. So, where do you get the oils to use for hormones, for oils and intimacy, for libido? You get them from Young Living. If somebody invited you to this class, it's just because they know that essential oils can be so much fun, and Valentine's Day is coming up and all that kind of good stuff, right? They have Young Living accounts, obviously. If you don't ask them how you can get your own Young Living oils, don't just go on Amazon. Don't just go to the Young Living website. That can be a disaster too. Go to the person, only because you never know what's going to happen then. But go to the person who sent you to this class, okay? I forget that we're on a time crunch, so we better get going here.
We have to keep.
Come on, we got to keep the pace here.
We tend to talk a lot.
We do.
All right.
Okay.
Keep moving.
So where to apply oils for intimacy?
I need to not go with the big book,
No.
or we really will be here all night. All right, here we go.
We're just going to switch back and forth here.
Switch back. Here we go. Are we over here?
Yep.
All right. So how can you use them? A lot of you know some of these things, but some of you may be new. Aromatically, obviously smelling and enjoying them in that way is awesome. And guys, the really cool thing about that is you can get the space ready before your significant other even ever walks in the room, because you can use the diffuser, and we have lots of different ideas for diffuser combinations. We can post those underneath the lives later. Let's see, topically is putting it right on. And when you're talking Lucy Libido, often you'll put it on I'll show you, the inner mid-thigh to the leg crease. Can you see?
By a picture.
By the picture. I'm showing you the picture. Yeah, by the picture. I'm not demonstrating. Okay.
And 2 inches below the belly button. So that's another spot too.
Another good spot. All right. So topically and aromatically probably are your biggest ways that you're going to use them when we're talking about oils for intimacy, because you can also take them internally, but that really doesn't go along with this particular topic.
Or maybe it does. Just saying.
Well,
I'm just going to throw that out there. Maybe it does. some peppermint. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Okay.
We have some really great make and
Take
take
that.
recipes. Too bad.
Just take that and let it sink in there. Okay.
All right.
But these guys are.
And
like,
when you're
oh,
talking
boy.
about balancing hormones, I shouldn't say internally because a lot of our
Yeah,
supplements
for sure. Actually,
are
I'm thinking
great.
now, I'm really actually thinking there are a lot of oils that you would take internally for even oils in the bedroom. But
So scratch that.
yeah, scratch that not internally thing.
Totally use them internally.
But when we're talking about internal oils, we're talking about our Vitality oils because Vitality are grass oils generally regarded as safe for internal consumption. The one thing that Krishna said that I love is she said it just helps you get ready for the day. So here's the thing. I mean, it doesn't matter what your circumstance is, but let's say that you have a crazy lifestyle, you have a whole bunch of kids, you work your butt off, you're really stressed out, and then all of a sudden your significant other comes home and he's like, okay, I'm ready, and you're like, I'm exhausted, I'm going to bed, okay? But the truth is that God created us to be that for our spouse, to be intimate with each other, right? And so sometimes we need to be diffusing these oils throughout the day to get us in the mood so we can be that for our spouse because they don't deserve to just get the I'm going to bed because I've just parented 5 kids. My husband, if he's watching, he's probably like, preaching to the choir, honey, preaching to the choir. So diffuse during the day. There are awesome oils that we're going to be getting into to
I
just
didn't
talk
let my
to
husband be in the living room with Krishna group, so he can't watch.
But anyways, I mean, this is not about me, of course.
Not about us. However, it does often take preparation. Some of you may know what we're talking about. Maybe some of you are always ready and willing. Some of us, we have to prepare.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not talking guys versus girls. I mean, it goes both ways. So
Yeah.
balancing oils for her. Most oils can be used on both men and women, but there are some oils that tend to work better for women and some that tend to work better for men and some that you really shouldn't put on men if it's a woman balancing oils. But we're going to start on talking about oils that balance hormones, okay?
Right. And I think the biggest thing, we'll talk about some specific oils, but the big thing is it also matters where you're getting the hormones from.
Mm-hmm.
And so often when we want our hormones to be at top-notch levels, you want higher than lower. I know some of you are like, no, I don't need any higher hormones. I promise you, what's making you not feel right is actually low levels, not high levels.
Yeah. Or like some people will come to this class, I've seen it happen, and we talk about increasing a man's testosterone, and then some ladies will be like, oh no, do not give my husband has enough testosterone. And that right there is saying that your hormones are probably out of whack, right? You're probably the one that needs some hormone balancing, so you're not like, don't give him these oils, right? Right? For real.
Right.
Huh.
I agree. But so often when people do find out that they have hormone imbalances or issues, they jump right to, well, then give me whatever you're going to prescribe me, and not against. We are not anti, you already talked about that, right? Western medicine or anything like that. But when it comes to hormones, my thing is not working. That's okay. This one is. All right. When it comes to hormones, you want natural. The synthetics, they have shown time and time again, they're doing more and more studies, and you do not want to use synthetic hormones. You do want, ideally, human hormones, but plant hormones are also good. So your best is human hormones. It's totally good to use plant hormones. You do not want the completely artificial, human-made synthetic kinds. All right, now that that's clear, get your pens ready because we're going to tell you which specific oils and serums to use.
Progestins Plus is the first one that we're going to start with. Progestins Plus is absolutely amazing. Drop in the comments below if you use Progestins Plus or any essential oils to balance hormones, okay? Just to feel good, right? Progesterone is our feel-good hormone. It was an oil-infused serum that I think is in here somewhere. It wasn't here. An oil-infused serum developed just for women, or in here, you could try in here first. The doctor who developed Progestins Plus created it for young living based on his findings that most women have very natural progesterone levels, okay? This is a problem because progesterone is the hormone that impacts things like libido, mood, and overall wellness, okay? It contains a whole bunch of really good essential oils plus wild yam extract, vitamin E, oils to help calm your mind. You can wear it daily on your wrists. You can wear it several times a day during times of hormonal distress. And progesterone levels tend to drop lowest a few days before and during menstruation. So Lucy says that it supports her lady crazy, right? And always wears this before and through her cycle. It can also be worn daily to prevent irritability. Anybody need some of that? The world. And to keep your happy hormone levels high every single day. Because when your hormones are happy, or if there's some men that are watching, I'm sure that you've all checked out, but if there are some men that are watching, to keep your wives happy, right? You're more likely to feel happy when your hormone levels are higher. And here's another interesting thing. When women have babies, all throughout pregnancy, your progesterone levels rise and rise and rise and rise in order to get ready to deliver a baby, right? But as soon as your body is getting ready to have said baby, your progesterone levels drop to like 0. Okay, and so then after delivery, they're up and down and up and down, and that's why a lot of women struggle with things like postpartum depression, because your hormones are out of whack. So super, super helpful to have some Progestins Plus. It's really good if you suffer with like menstrual migraines, or maybe you can't get some weight off, or you can't sleep good at night, insomnia. If those are hormone related, Progestins Plus is one that can really help that. And some people find Progestins Plus actually helps them sleep at night, so they wear it at night. I will say one more thing about Progestins Plus, because this is a testimony of mine. I remember when I wanted to go on vacation, but it was like total wrong time of the month to be sitting on the beach. And somebody said, just put on a bunch of progesterone. So I was like putting it on all day long, and it literally made it so I went a whole week without having it to be that time of the month. I got to enjoy my vacation, and then it came a little bit later. So I know, like in the old days, I would hear about people saying, well, take extra birth control or whatever it is that you do, right? Progestins Plus is awesome, okay? And it makes it tricky. I know, super cool. And it makes your periods lighter and last less days in a row. So it's a really like mirror. I know. Drop some like comments below if you're like, give me a gallon of it. But that's just the first one, you guys. There's some really good oils coming up that we have to get to in less than 20 minutes.
All right. And in the back of the bigger book, there's a whole section of Q&A just on Progestins Plus. And so that's really, really awesome and helpful too. Answers all those questions. When it comes to hormones, people have a lot of questions.
And actually, if you just Google Progestins Plus, it's Progessence. If anyone caught that and can put it in the comments, Progestins Plus PDF, Dan Purser or something, it will come up. There's like a 13 or a 20-page PDF on Progestins Plus. One thing I'll say is they will say he does put in there that if you're on birth control, you're not supposed to take it. And I'll tell you why, because I was at a event that he spoke at. He said it is because if you are on birth control and you develop blood clots, but they ask you what else you're taking and you say Progestins Plus, what do you think doctors are going to blame? They're going to blame the all-natural stuff that you're taking. And so that's why he says that, just an FYI in there. So other good oils that are great for balancing hormones in ladies.
All right.
Oh, you guys, I can pass these out too.
What's that?
I'll pass them out to people.
Good idea. All right, so here are 4 other favorites. One is Lady Sclerol. And I have to say, this is actually probably the top favorite at our house. We make sure to have a couple of bottles on hand in case one gets misplaced. All right, so Lady Sclerol, fantastic lady hormone balancing oil. It is known to decrease negative emotions, boost confidence, and help the wearer to feel more peaceful and grounded. That explains it.
Yeah, the 4 we're going to talk about, and if anybody that's watching can pop these in the comments, it's Lady Sclerol, because I'm going to go pass these out to these ladies. And men, of course. Sclerescence. Got a whole bunch of men in the room right now. Dragon Time. And Endoflex. Not that seeing the bottle helps you, but I feel like you can visualize it. There you go.
I want you to be able to see what we're talking about.
It's so much better to be in person and like applying all these oils. It's good stuff, but that's okay.
I wish you all could smell them through the screens. but it just doesn't quite work that way yet. Someday, who knows?
Right.
All right. Geranium. Geranium aids in hormonal balance, and clary sage aids with cramps, PMS, and agitation. And then there's, wow, the ones she passed around, there are so many even more than that. So, ylang ylang. Did I say that right?
I say ylang ylang.
Ylang ylang. We don't know. We know what the trees look like. We saw them in Ecuador.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They help to balance male-female sexual energy and encourage feelings of sensuality. So that kind of makes you fall back into balance with each other.
I thought you were going to say in love. Fall back into love
Fall back
with each
in
other.
love.
That sounds good.
Aww.
It's Valentine's Day.
Something like that. That would be a hallmarky type statement. We're talking about how to physically, really, truly bring your body to the balance it's supposed to, so that you can enjoy yourselves the way that you're supposed to and are meant to. All right. None of that fakey stuff. All right. Sage lavender has been shown to support the body's estradiol levels, which means being more regular.
And also, we're going to talk about estradiol in the fact that I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe estradiol converts into estrogen in your body. And when your estrogen is low, it causes problems like dryness down there, which is not a fun thing to have going on when you're trying to be intimate, right? I was trying to think something. I think we'll get to the other things about that, but that's a really important one, okay?
Oh, guys, I do have to say this. Going back to Lady Scleral, sorry, I skipped this part, but it helps with the natural transition through menopause. So those of you who are more like my age and getting closer and closer to that, that would be really helpful as well.
I know a lot of people that wear Lady Scleral and orange together, and that's not just because I'm obsessed with orange, because it does smell good. Because all of these hormonal oils are very florally, okay? But that can be offensive to some people or just too much, and so they cut it with the citrus oil like orange, and it really does make for a great smelling perfume. So for those of you that are here, I encourage you to mix some of these oils, whichever one you pick, with orange. Probably Lady Scleral or Ylang Ylang or Sensation, because you could wear it as a perfume and then just, be in the mood all day long.
Yay!
Yay! Your husbands will thank me.
Or Angela just wants to smell a lot of orange in this
really
room right
love
now.
the smell of orange. We have diffusing clary sage, which I was like, Krishna, that's going to smell horrible. But we did, and it doesn't. It smells so good. Clary sage, Sensation, and orange. And I'm like, oh, this is good. This is amazing. It's good.
It's good stuff. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's be done with Lady Scleral, even though I really, really do like that one. Dragon time.
Oh, yeah, I'll take this one because I can be a huge dragon when it's around that time, okay? And that is not like, thank you for saying me too. That is not a new thing. That is like, if my mother had just had some dragon time oil when I was like 14, 15, I feel like she would have been a lot less stressed and all of that good stuff, growing up. So this is totally safe for teenage girls too to be using to help balance hormones during that time of the month. So thank you, Young Living. It is chock full of the best oils to help support happy emotions leading up to and throughout your period. Nobody wants to deal with wicked PMS or unnecessary menstrual woes. This blend primarily works by supporting healthy estradiol levels again in the body, which also drop during menstruation. It contains oils that ease cramped muscles, improve mood, and calm the mind. I seriously need this oil every day of the month. And there's times where I will use it every single day just to support my hormones instead of having the up and the down and the up and the down. Because we do use a lot of things, not to get in a squirrel moment, we do use a lot of chemicals, some that are not in our control, like when we leave the house, right? That all have endocrine disruptors, which can cause a disbalance in your hormones. So it is no wonder why there are things like fertility issues and moods that go up and down and all the things that they are, because all of the chemicals that we're putting into our body without even knowing it have hormone disrupting agents in them. Okay, so that's why Dragon Time all month long works great for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is one that I've seen people really be able to balance out using it, to include teenage daughters. Some people are really, really miserable when that time of month comes, like laying in bed crying. I deal with that in my house. And when Dragon Time started being used daily, that went away. And that's a wonderful thing for the person suffering with those issues and also for those around them.
Yes.
So it's really great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sclerescens, another hormone supporting oil that loves our girly systems. All the oils in sclerescens vitality. If it's vitality, what does that mean?
Take it internally.
You can take it internally.
But just to be clear, vitality oils are the exact same thing as the non-vitality version. So do with that what you like.
So whether it has a white label or a whatever other color label, it doesn't really matter, except that you should use the white label one.
Yes. Remember, we are doing a giveaway, so the more you comment, the more that I will put your name into our entry, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're following along on Facebook here,
feel free to comment.
Hey.
People behind the computer screen.
they're all like, wait a minute, what should I? That's okay, Nicole. You can. I see you're typing some stuff on. You can just add it into the chat.
There you go. All right. If you weren't here earlier, there are some people here in person, and they can comment too.
Yeah, they all get
That would
entered.
be awesome. All right. Let's see. And again, we've talked a lot about estradiol and how important that is. So this is another one that definitely supports that. It's a good one to take internally to really boost that every day. Let's see. Well,
So sclerescens was one that I believe they created for Mary Young when she was having babies, and she had babies in her 50s?
I think in her 50s.
In her 50s, yeah. And I believe that oil was created for, but it's very, very good in supporting healthy estradiol levels and is in one factor in a healthy reproductive system and overall women's wellness. Now, some people will be like, does this mean if I use these oils, I'm going to get pregnant? Because, that's not what I'm going to do. No, it doesn't. Like, I'm pretty sure you know what causes that. Not to prevent it. The oils aren't going to make it magically happen.
That's a different class.
Right,
but I think you're supposed to get at 13 or 14 in school.
Oh my gosh, that's so young.
But I know.
But it is really good for those of you that are trying to be using essential oils that balance out your hormones, that help support a healthy reproductive system.
And guys, at the beginning I said, hormones have to do with so much more than libido, even though that's kind of our main focus here. But here's a good example. Estradiol plays a big part in bone health and energy levels. So it's not just, energy could have a lot to do with libido, but your bone health. I mean, our hormones impact everything in our systems. So we really do want them at appropriate levels. And like Angela was saying, no, it's not going to cause you to be off kilter because oils work synergistically in your body to bring you to where you need to be. They won't overdo you. They won't push you over the top or pull you under the bottom. It'll bring you to a balanced state.
Yeah, for sure. So the next one that I didn't even see these people are commenting.
Oh, you guys are commenting.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hello,
Good,
friends.
good.
There we go. I like it. Okay, so the next one is EndoFlex. EndoFlex is a hormone balancing oil that flexes and strengthens your endocrine system, which again controls a lot of different hormones, which again control your weight, your sleep, your mood, your libido. All very important things, if I don't say so myself. So the endocrine system is responsible for telling your body what hormone to produce and when to produce it. So it regulates, like all the things I said, metabolism, growth, development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, thyroid function, sleep, and mood. Like, does that not sound like something that you should be wearing every single day? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Don't we all want these things to work well? EndoFlex supports your pineal and pituitary glands and the adrenal glands. So this is one thing that I know there's like adrenal fatigue. You're tired all the time. It's actually adrenal fatigue. Get some EndoFlex for you and just wear it. Like if you feel like you're tired all the time, try EndoFlex every single day for like 90 days and tell me how you feel after that. Because I feel like it's going to, like in a couple days, it's going to work good. EndoFlex can be used topically directly over the thyroid and taken as a dietary supplement to support all parts of the endocrine system. So pretty cool stuff.
A white label version of EndoFlex.
Yes, there you go. So you can take it internally.
All right. So how about the libido oils for her? Let's talk about that. Let's start with that one that we had fun pronouncing earlier, ylang ylang. All right. Its power as an aphrodisiac has actually long been known. Way back in Indonesia, the petals of those flowers are scattered over the bed of newlywed couples. It's been traditionally viewed as the romantic flower with an alluring scent. It really is very florally, as we mentioned. So again, you could use a citrus to kind of cut into that very florally scent. But maybe you love floral. Maybe you like it all by itself.
Yeah, I don't love all of the really strong floral, but I do love ylang ylang. It's also one that's been shown to help support a healthy blood pressure. So my husband wears ylang ylang, and when he wears it, I'm just like, oh, it smells so good.
It smells really great on a guy. You
oh my gosh,
mix
it does.
The guy smell with the...
Yeah, it does. It smells really good. That ylang ylang mixed with Shutran, just give me some. Just give me it all. It's good stuff.
And you'll find that a lot of the other oils that we talk about that have to do with libido actually have ylang ylang in them if they're blends. So like joy or sensation, those actually have ylang ylang in them. Let's see. This oil increases feelings of happiness, adoration, romance, and it calms the mind. How about that part? Calms the mind. I need that. Its calming effect can even impact blood pressure, like Angela just mentioned. That's why sometimes people are using these even when it has nothing to do with libido.
That's right.
But it can suit two purposes at once. That's okay too. All right, Lucy says to use this oil in the diffuser to prepare the room. We talked about that. And in an inner thigh potion to increase desire, or in a lube for an alluring aroma.
Yeah, Valor is another one. It's very popular because it helps stimulate the limbic area of the brain. So it can help you relax and promote feelings of confidence and courage. And sometimes we have problems with libido or problems with intimacy or problems in the bedroom because our confidence is not there. And so Valor is a huge one that can help you feel confident, which can help things go a little bit smoother. So it's a perfect choice to use liberally throughout the day to just keep your stress levels down. In the bedroom, you guys, it actually does smell really amazing diffused. You know I'm going to mix it with some orange, which orange, I guess, is actually an aphrodisiac oil. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? You can wear Valor on your heart, on your wrists, on the back of your neck. If Valor could talk, it would say, don't worry, it's going to be okay. So it also helps you feel confident about whatever is imminent. So you can feel self-assured during the day at the office and fearless at night in the bedroom, okay? Clary Sage is the next one that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, guys, I like this part. Has anyone ever felt the need to break down crying because your eyeliner didn't go on straight? Or any other really minor thing that you should not be bursting into tears over?
Yeah, we've got hands raised in the room.
Yes, we do. See, there's participation there. I bet you everyone out there can say, yeah, been there, done that. All right, well, Clary Sage is really, really great for that. Again, our estrogen levels drop down drastically, hence the whole PMS thing, right? And so if we can bring things back into balance, then you're going to feel more normal, less cryy. It's not a real word, I know. And more in the mood, which will make your spouse very happy. All right, let's see. As we age, our estrogen levels drop. So this is the one that you'd mentioned earlier with the dryness. Clary Sage is a really big beneficial piece to that. If you're experiencing any dryness, I've even heard of people who have dry eyes, and they use Clary Sage to help with that problem.
Yeah, sometimes the other thing is, I remember again Dr. Purser saying this at his talk, all the dry things, dry eyes, dry mouth, dry down there. Sometimes it is your hormones being off, but sometimes it could be your testosterone levels. And even as women, we need healthy levels of testosterone, little bits, right? So there's oils that help balance those kinds of things as well. But really, Clary Sage, some people are asking about dryness and things like that in the comments, and Clary Sage is a really, really, really great one for that. Like, even so much that if you're using Clary Sage, like on the inner thighs or maybe in some of your potions that you're making or whatever,
we made potions here tonight.
You will like notice it like pretty instantly in that time frame of being intimate, of a difference, a change in that. So it's kind of crazy.
All right, guys, we're going to have to start flying through a little bit faster. So I'm just going to tell you, joy and sensation, also really, really great female oils.
Yeah, Sensation is one that I would totally recommend whipping up one of those like love lube potions that Lucy Libido talks about. I think Sensation is a really awesome one to use. Just saying, I think it's awesome. And they have Sensation massage oil. So, and both of those, I know Krishna's like, Angela, quit talking. Okay, I'll stop. Just go.
No,
Flip
I
the page,
want her
flip
to
the
talk.
page.
If she wasn't the one in charge of leading a testimony call that starts in about 18 minutes.
All right.
All
But
right.
make sure you join the Lucy Libido Facebook group. Search for that on Facebook because all year long they do so much cool, fun stuff, you guys. Cypress. All right, I like Cypress. It's one of Lucy's all-time favorite oils. She calls it the Thigh Master. You guys, this is really cool because Cypress is not only cool like for in the bedroom, but it also is really good for toning areas that you need toned in skin. Yeah. So it's great for men and women, but of course we're going to talk about it in this class because it is a must-have to help get, I'm reading this, okay? This is not my lingo. It is a must-have to help the ladies get swollen in the floodgates, okay? The reason Lucy loves Cypress so much for in between the sheets is because Cypress stimulates, come on, let's follow along with me. It stimulates blood flow and circulation, okay? So blood flow is kind of a big deal when you're talking about squirming beneath the covers. If you need help getting engorged, Cypress is your friend. Lucy says if you want him standing at attention like a saluting Navy SEAL, then guess what? That's going to depend a lot on blood flow. And likewise, super duper oh my wow explosions for women depend a lot on blood flow as well, okay? It's in the book. I'm just reading the book.
Totally
It's not
in the
me.
book, guys. Okay.
Although I think it is kind of fun.
It is kind of fun. But if you want to teach this class and you just can't quite say all that, it's okay. You don't have to.
Well, just read it.
But it's fun. People want to
So,
know. Inquiring minds want
Yes,
to know.
inquiring minds want to know. Blood flow
Equals magic.
equals magic. Cypress equals blood flow. Cypress equals magic. Apply it on your inner thighs. Apply it on his inner thighs. Mix it with your other favorites. But don't forget the Cypress. For the love of Lucy's favorites, don't forget the Cypress.
And then we have orange.
Orange is so good.
Do we have to say anything about orange?
No, y'all know I like it. It helps make you happy. And it helps you let go of stress. It's an aphrodisiac oil. But listen, I like this part too because, you know, I think this is the cutest book ever. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, so it says orange is an aphrodisiac oil that helps you let go of your grown-up problems and embrace your sexuality and fun. It's awesome for frigidity. It can help you relax if you have low libido due to anxiety. And it's fantastic when mixed with floral oils like ylang ylang, cypress, clary sage. It can help you chill. It's also good for the man because it increases glutathione levels because it contains high levels of citral and D-limonene, which stimulate glutathione in the liver, which is necessary. Glutathione is a necessary component of nice frozen solid popsicles, okay? Low levels of glutathione are linked to melting creamsicles, okay? So aside from smelling like a carefree summer ice pop, it will support his big stick as well. Lucy recommends using several drops topically near the liver. Orange is really good. Dr. Dan Purser says that men should put orange in their belly button to increase their glutathione levels. So just make sure your belly button is clean, okay?
Very important.
Things grow in belly buttons. I'm just saying, you don't want to mix like, you know.
All righty.
All right, oils for him. Libido.
Oh, Sarah wants us to get to goldenrod.
Yes, goldenrod. Okay, we're on oils for him.
We are
Important
there.
stuff in the next
We're
5
there,
minutes.
Sarah. Okay. Mr. Supporting our main squeeze, since we know that most of you on here are the female part of the couple. All right, so this blend helps the prostate, not prostrate, to function optimally, which is a huge part of libido and performance. It also supports the healthy testosterone levels, and they need that to really perform in the bedroom. All right, you can apply Mr. to his ankles, to the front and back of the pelvis. Apply it every day for optimal performance. And it actually smells really good. So they can even wear it kind of as a cologne. Let's see. Women need certain levels of testosterone too, just not nearly as much as men. So when they fall too low, we get cuckoo bird grumpy. Anyone experience that? Cuckoo bird grumpy. So occasionally that insane irritability can actually be when estrogen is too high, testosterone is too low. It sounds crazy for women to be like, not enough testosterone, but it can happen. All right, so.
And women that are estrogen dominant, adding estrogen into your lives is not going to do what it needs to do. So sometimes Mr. actually can help women with hot flashes and mood swings and help them feel more balanced if the clary sage and the other estrogen oils don't work. So if you're finding that those ones don't work, try Mr.
Right. Do remember that all people are different and have different levels of different things in their bodies, so they're going to respond differently. So if something that you're like, well, that's what most people use and it works, isn't working, then try something else, because there is something out there. You just have to figure out what your body needs to balance out.
Yep, absolutely. Idaho Blue Spruce, you guys, this one goes out of stock all the time. It is a very amazing oil. It's Lucy's favorite oil for him, and by that we mean an oil that your main man, what is that supposed to mean? That your main man can wear?
Hopefully your only man.
Hopefully your only
We're
man.
hoping.
to make that. Am I reading that wrong? And by that we mean an oil that your main man can wear to make sex more awesome for you. All right, because let's face it, when intimacy is better for you, I'm sorry, I'm still caught on the whole your main man. Like, there's a not main man.
Okay. You should not have a secondary man, okay?
Just main men, please. We are not promoting anything but a main man, okay? All right, that is, all right. Squirrel moment. Mind is just like, what did I just read? Okay.
Skip down here somewhere.
Okay. Anyways, Mr. Libido has an oil he really likes. It's called Idaho Blue Spruce, and it really does spruce him up in a very good way. It helps a guy stay firmer longer so you can enjoy yourself longer too. It's nature's little version of that little blue hexagon. It's a sprucing oil that is like a military call to stand at attention, and it can be used with coconut oil as a lubricant or mixed in an inner thigh potion, okay? Here's the nice thing. Your man soldier isn't left with any unmanageable salutes like some other things, okay? It naturally wears off soon after playtime, but it keeps things going longer and helps with firmness. We won't promise actual numbers, but let's just say this cardboard tube. Okay, they show you holding up a cardboard tube. Anyways, we're not going to do that. Okay, let's keep going. But there
Ortho-Ease and Orthosport also help with those. Which one? Ortho-Ease is
Ortho-Ease, yeah, Ortho-Ease, like multiple times. Okay,
similar results.
Absolutely. So now, obviously, results will vary, friends. But watch this with your men. They might enjoy experimenting. Every man's body is going to react different to various oils, but Lucy recommends using Idaho Blue Spruce in a warm-up session. Always dilute oils the first time you use them. Spot test them on your arm before applying them near your yin and yang. And once you spot test the oils on your arm, you may apply them to the lower shaft of his soldier and around his love stones. Yes, she said that. Lucy says, this is really important though, okay? As funny as it is, this is important. Lucy says, avoid the eye of the one-eyed snake, okay? Oils don't go in the eyes. Not even snake eyes, okay? For more soldier support, you can actually take 5 to 8 drops of Idaho Blue Spruce daily as a dietary supplement to support rockin' testosterone and saluting performance.
I wish I could remember.
That was Idaho Blue Spruce still.
And Idaho Blue Spruce has a lot of other health benefits as well, so check into that.
Yeah, a lot of them. And just
hence the reason it's out of stock.
Just so you know, I know you're going to talk about this one, but goldenrod, but Powergize is the supplement for men. And when a man's testosterone is low, he feels like crap, and he's crabby, okay? When you can get his testosterone to a normal level, he's going to feel like he should feel. So Powergize is really good. Yes, women can take it, but it's formulated for a man, and it has all of these oils. Goldenrod, Idaho Blue Spruce, Cassia. Now, goldenrod is also good for like healthy heart support, so we're not saying that, women can take these things too. They will do what they need to do in your body.
And since goldenrod and Idaho Blue Spruce are often out of stock up on Powergize.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very good support.
Then you don't have to go without oil. All right, let's see. Tee-hee-hee, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a plant named goldenrod. The oil from the flowering top of the plant was found to improve circulation and aid the urinary tract. Woo, Nice. According to the University of Montreal in Canada, it was also found to help with deflated hoses and firmness of, well, that male body part we've come to refer to around here as the soldier. Lucy told her friends about this blessed oil's useful advantage, and they gave it a try. Her friends reported back an increase in firmness using goldenrod topically as well as internally. Lucy teases that she loves goldenrod so much that she refers to it as golden rod. Because truly, golden plus rod, that's what it does. And I know that I have heard team members let us know that truly it works well, just as it states in our script.
Yes, absolutely. Nutmeg is another one. It is another blood pumping must have for your mister. And technically it can be used for the ladies too. We've seen results of using it. Nutmeg's energizing properties stimulate both physical and sexual energy. Another great one for adrenal fatigue. So some people report feeling wired after diffusing or ingesting. Nutmeg can be comparable to a caffeine kick depending on your body's your body's chemistry. And also nutmeg is not one that you want to overdo taking internally. I do know that. It is an aphrodisiac oil. It stimulates, emotionally, it stimulates energy, and physically, it's another one that increases circulation. So simply put, it's the king of vasodilation. Vaso equals blood vessels. Dilation equals makes bigger. Put 2 and 2 together. I think you can do the math, people.
And a lot of math in this.
Yeah, it does say it's so stimulating that it can have negative effects when used in excessive amounts. So don't go crazy. No drinking a whole bottle in hopes of transforming into Captain America, okay?
Don't do that.
But it is a good one. We can skip that one. Shutron is the next one that I would just say is just think of this as like a man's cologne. Helps a man like feel better. Smells amazing on a man. But also, I feel like I've worn it before. It's funny because when I wear it, all the ladies are like, "You smell so good." Seriously.
Because women are supposed to be attracted to it, Angela.
But again, if you need help balancing like testosterone things because there's like dry things going on, Shutron is one that's good for that. It's the ylang that I just love.
And it has the Idaho blue spruce in it also.
Yes, yep. So you kind of get all of the good men oils in that.
Yeah. And topically, they can put it topically on forearms or inner thighs. Apply a drop right to the shaft. Rub it in. Oh, girls, you will love your Shutron Man.
Don't worry. For those of you watching that are supposed to be on our testimony call, we are almost done.
We are done. We're on the last page, which says make and take, but only those who are in this room got to participate in that because we already have been there, done that, made some pretty awesome things. We can post some of the recipes.
Yeah, you guys, if you are on our team in YLEO Life, which is part of our awesome leaders team, she has a Zoom link to a testimony call every Monday at 8 p.m. We do these testimony calls, and it's not about just oils and intimacy. It is all different testimonies. And so tonight we're leading that call, so we do have to hop off here. But for those of you that put questions in there, I will come back tomorrow and answer those questions. Some of your questions seem like they needed a little bit more research, and I want to get you a good testimony to go with those. So I see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. I will draw at 9:15 p.m. Anybody that has commented on this class, as well as the people that are sitting here, will be entered into a drawing for that really cool Valentine's thing. So thank you for coming. Please get back to the person who shared this class with you. If you have questions, you can always ask me as well, and I'll do my best to help. So, all right. You guys have a wonderful night. How do we end
Bye,
this?
guys.
How do we end
Let's see.
this thing here?
Finish.